But on Gokulashtami, you could imagine everywhere you see here was filled with people, nowhere to stand at all, completely filled. But Radhakund is a very, very sacred place. I don't want to say so much about it because we talked about it a couple of weeks ago. And then there's another picture that's really nice. It shows Radhakund and Shamakund right next to each other. Traditionally, devotees, they'll go to Parikrama Govardhan. They'll take bath in Radhakund, and they go take bath in Shamakund, and you take bath in Radhakund. And this way you offer your obeisances to Srimati Radharani and try to receive her blessings. So then after leaving Radhakund and Shamakund, you go about a mile and you end up at Kusum Sarovara. Very, very, very nice. Very beautiful. At this kund, at this sacred place, it's said that the gopis would go picking flowers at Govardhan for Krishna. They'd go every day picking the nicest flowers they could at Govardhan, and they would make the best garlands so they could offer to Krishna every day. And it's a very, very sweet place. My Guru Maharaj, he took us there a few times and we did lots of kirtan. It was very, very ecstatic, very lively. And it's said that Krishna and his gopi friends, they perform different activities throughout the course of the day. 8 different junctions of the day. At noontime, they perform pastimes at Radhakund, and after Radhakund, they come to Kusuma Sarovara every day to perform their Leela. But like I said, because we don't have the vision to see, we go and we see things as it is here. When spiritually Krishna, he's always here performing his Leela. So after Kusum Sarovara, another picture, very nice. So after Kusum Sarovara, it's said that I talked to one pujari at the temple next to there, and he said this is called the Golden Mile because this is the place where Lord Chaitanya approached Govardhan. And so I put this shloka here. This is from the Chaitanya Charitamrita. It's talking about Lord Chaitanya. He said, when the Lord saw Govardhan hill, he immediately offered obeisances, falling down on the ground like a rod. He embraced one piece of rock from Govardhan hill and became mad. He saw Govardhan, he offered his obeisance, dandavats. He embraced the Shila, the big stone, and he became mad in ecstasy, chanting and dancing. So this is Lord Chaitanya, who's Krishna himself, showing us how to act, showing us how to perform devotional service. And he's worshiping Govardhan himself. So this stretch after you leave Kusum Sarovara, you're pretty much on the last stretch and you're coming back to Manasi Ganga for a full parikrama. But before you make it there, there's one special place. It's called Govardhan's Ear. There's a stone and a little temple there. And everybody traditionally goes to this ear of Govardhan and goes and offer their prayers to Govardhan. Like I mentioned, Govardhan has this potency, it's important to be aware of what you're thinking of, what you're meditating on, what you're praying to Krishna for while at Govardhan, because it has a potency to manifest. And I have a couple stories about that. I won't get into it now, but maybe after the class, if anybody wants to ask me, it's really exciting and interesting and funny. But yeah, Govardhan is very merciful and has a way of giving us our desires and purifying us to bring us to a higher spiritual platform. So let's see what else we have here. Another verse, just by seeing Govardhan hill, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became ecstatic with love of Krishna while dancing and dancing. He recited the following verse. So this verse is from the Srimad Bhagavatam. It says, of all the devotees, this Govardhan hill is the best. O my friends, this hill supplies Krishna and Balaram, as well as their calves, cows, and cowherd friends with all kinds of necessities. Water for drinking, very soft grass, caves, fruits, flowers, and vegetables. In this way, the hill offers respect to the Lord. Being touched by the lotus feet of Krishna and Balaram, Govardhan hill appears very jubilant. Let's see what's next. So, this is Krishna lifting Govardhan hill. Govardhan is the best of devotees of Krishna, and it's also Krishna himself, just like Lord Chaitanya, who's a devotee of Krishna, but also Krishna himself. And I wish I could have so many more pictures and have time to tell so many more stories of all these different places. and really bring our consciousness into this Govardhan consciousness. And because here we'll do a parikrama and do Govardhan Puja, just like we did yesterday. And it's very interesting because I've been to Govardhan a few times and I've celebrated Govardhan Puja where we build this hill, we do worship and we do parikrama also. And I can tell you that it's no different. If you're here and you're doing parikrama around Govardhan, it's the same as walking the 8 miles, the 25 kilometers around Govardhan in India. But what's the difference? The difference is our consciousness, our heart. Where is our intention? So Vrindavan is a state of consciousness where we can always be in a spiritual consciousness everywhere we go and carry Krishna with us. But sometimes we're forgetful. So it's helpful to go to India, to go to the Dham, the holy places, to help us get absorbed in the spiritual aspect of life. But you can do that anywhere. So that's why we worship here, Sri Sri Gauranatai. We bring Krishna here. We bring Govardhan here. And by worshiping Govardhan, we pray for Govardhan's blessings that we may be able to advance spiritually and develop attraction for Krishna and chanting the holy name. I think there's one or two other pictures. Oh, this is the last picture. So this is Giridhari, Krishna, the lifter of Govardhan Hill. Again, we talked all about this pastime yesterday of Krishna lifting Govardhan. So I won't get into it. I hope everybody was able to at least follow along a little bit. It's easier for people who've actually been there so they could see the places and hear it and it clicks and makes sense. But hopefully everybody else will have a chance to go. One other significant thing is Thursday is the disappearance day of our beloved Srila Prabhupada. He left this world in Kartik at this time, and he wanted to go to Govardhan to do Govardhan Parikrama on Govardhan Puja. So just a few days before he left his body, he strongly desired to go to Govardhan. So this is a very important thing for our devotion to Krishna. So let us bring Govardhan here. Now we'll do Govardhan Puja. We'll do Kirtan. We'll do Parikrama, and we'll distribute the prasadam. It's a little bit smaller Govardhan Hill than yesterday, so everybody has to really envision Govardhan with their mind. Bring Govardhan here. Govardhan, it's said in the spiritual world, is very big. I've heard like 80 yojanas, which is like unfathomable, much bigger than any of the mountains here you could think of. But Govardhan came here. That's a whole story of how Govardhan came to the material world. It's because Srimati Radharani got cursed to come here, and she said, "I won't go to Vrindavan without Govardhan." So Srimati Radharani holds Govardhan very dear. If we worship Govardhan, we'll receive the blessings of Krishna, of Srimati Radharani, and we'll become blissful. So now we can carry on. Thank you everybody for listening. Thank you for coming. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.